What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news, of course, to talk about with you guys. This time I'll actually be talking about the recent news that does confirm that the Miami Heat are signing Kyle Guy and Mario Chalmers to a 10-day contract each. Now, I'm not exactly too sure if both of these players will be on the roster for much longer, but I honestly thought we gotta make this video because my boy Kyle Guy and Mario Chalmers just both got signed, and I'm expecting one to ball out. Now, I don't know which one's gonna ball out, but one of them's got to. I don't think it's gonna be Mario Chalmers. I think he's just maybe a little bit too old. I mean, he is 35 years of age, which isn't too old in the NBA standard, but he's also the same guy that really hasn't played in the NBA since 2018. He has been working his ass off, though, to get a shot back in the NBA, so it doesn't surprise me that a team like the Miami Heat actually gave him a chance. Plus, we do know he is a pretty big charity guy, so it does seem like he's finally getting some reward for everything that he's done and all the people that he has helped. So again, in his last season when he played for Memphis, he actually didn't even play that bad, averaging 7.7 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. He's always been known to be kind of a point guard that's played relatively, decent off-ball. He's, again, in that 2012 to 13 season when he played full off-ball, at times, he would average 40% from 3, which is absolutely crazy. Again, his last 6 games for Miami, he only averaged 0.9% from 3. Next one with Memphis, he actually managed to go on and average 32% from 3. And yeah, just hasn't been doing too good from there. But apparently he actually did ball out in his G League debut or so, to the point where the Miami Heat are like, well, come on now. You're a Miami Heat veteran. Let's get you back on the team. Let's see what's going to happen. We're going to reunite you and Udonis Haslem back together for the first time in like 5 years. Let's make this happen and see if you can ball out. Again, Mario Chalmers, all he needs to do is play his role. Just shoot threes. I don't know if he'll be playing off ball. I'm not too sure if Kyle Lowry's injured or with COVID or whatever, or what's going on with Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler was out for quite a while. I'm not too sure if he's still injured or if it's a COVID thing. I actually can't even remember. And when we look at Kyle Lowry, he has also, been playing some good basketball, and I'm not too sure if he's out or not. I don't believe he is, but he's also another guy where it's kind of just like, well, both of these dudes are pretty big ball handlers. Jimmy Butler really hasn't exactly played that much this season at all. So I'm actually surprised that the Heat are doing this well, considering Adebayo really hasn't played that much, and neither is Butler. So it's actually really interesting to see that. I feel like the Heat are pretty underrated because they've kind of just had Kyle Lowry and, Tyler Hero be the main 2 guys for half the season that we've seen so far. So that's actually kind of interesting to see, and I think something that not enough people are potentially talking about. But when it comes to Mario Chalmers, he's a guy that can play off-ball, he can ball handle, used to be renowned to be a pretty decent 3-point shooter. I don't think he's exactly the greatest defender out there, so I'm not exactly too sure how that's, of course, going to go down. But again, I don't see what's wrong with this signing at all. I actually think it's a pretty good one. Then when we look at Kyle Guy is just a meme player. He is that guy. He is that guy, 24 years of age. I actually really like Kyle Guy. I feel really, really bad for him because he should actually be a really solid player in the NBA, and the reason he's not is because he's a 6'1" shooting guard, and as we know, most shooting guards nowadays need to be like 6'3" to 6'6" to be really anything good. So again, he really does play undersized. I feel really bad for him. I feel like he's one of those guys where, and I know definitely he probably thinks this as well, like he's 6'1", he probably thinks to himself, well, if I was 6'5", imagine how much better I could be. And I definitely think that's the case. He's known to be a pretty decent 3-point shooter. I don't think his defenses have been exactly that great. His 3-point shooting percentage for Sacramento wasn't that great, but I believe since he's been playing for the Canton Charge, which is, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers, G League team, he has been shooting pretty good and has been known to be a pretty good shooter in the past as well, especially in college, where he averaged nearly 40% every single season he played in there, including one season, shooting 49.5% from 3, which is absolutely crazy. Could you imagine being like a 19-year-old, 18-year-old shooting that well? It's nuts when we think about it like that. So again, I actually really like him for the Miami Heat. He's the one who I think will actually get a contract. I think that Kyle Guy is too good not to be in the NBA. He's one of those guys where it's just really unfortunate that he has to play undersized. But I think if he can find the right team where he can maybe play undersized and maybe they have a taller point guard that could go and guard the shooting guard position, he can go guard the point guard position, I feel like there'll be a team potentially out there. And if you look at the Miami Heat, Kyle Lowry is similar height to Kyle Guy, but it's the type of guy that could also just come in and guard the 2 position any night and has been renowned to be actually pretty decent at that. So Kyle Guy could definitely be one of those guys that he plays the shooting guard on offense, but on defense he actually goes and guards that point guard position. And as I've just said, the Miami Heat have tons of guys that can of course come in and, who play the point guard position that can go and guard the shooting guard. Again, you got Kyle Lowry, who is 6'1", but isn't been known to be a really, really good defender in the league. You got Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, etc. These type of players that can switch on 1 or 2. Even Caleb Martin as well, who can legit guard like 1 through 3. All of these players who can guard all these type of positions, I think the Miami Heat have. So bringing a dude like Kyle Guy who can't do that will not be the worst thing. He won't really fit into Eric Spoelstra's game style at all. But if he can just get that 3-point shooting going, he actually might be pretty good for this team. Because the 3-point shooting on the Miami Heat has not been great this season at all. Especially considering Duncan Robinson, who they signed to a $20 million per year deal, has just not been shooting it. For example, this season, he's 34.5% from 3 rather, and last season he was 40% from 3, so that's 0.60% kind of drop right there, which is legit really, really crazy when we do think about that. And he's getting paid $20 million a year just to basically shoot it, and he still can't do that. So you bring in a dude like Kyle Guy who can come in and maybe be a really nice 3-point shooter for this team, and I think that would be a really nice situation. Both of these guys as well are dudes that should probably be playing the shooting guard position, but they have to guard the point guard because they're too small. Mario Chalmers is another guy that's just also a really nice, capable 3-point shooter. They're really, really similar, except I'd say Mario Chalmers, if we're looking back at who Mario Chalmers used to be, could definitely be a really good ball handler and a way better ball handler than Kyle Guy. And of course, a much more consistent NBA player. But again, we're looking at it like this, where Kyle Guy is 11 years younger than what Mario Chalmers is, and Mario Chalmers hasn't been in the NBA for 3 years, while Kyle Guy recently just stopped playing for the Sacramento Kings just only last year, and even played for the Cleveland Cavaliers in their preseason team. So he's had a bunch of NBA experience in recent years. Mario Chalmers really hasn't. He's been fighting to try and get his way back into the NBA, hopping from G League team. I think he even played overseas at one stage, or it could have been like in one of the Mexican teams or something like that. He has been playing basketball, but not at a higher level. He hasn't been playing very good players compared to what Kyle Guy has. So I think Kyle Guy might be a little bit more ready. There is a chance though that neither of these guys get a contract, but I do have faith in Kyle Guy. Plus, even Jack Harlow loves him. Like, we saw Jack Harlow send out that tweet thinking that this was him. It's literally his doppelganger, so you'd think that Kyle Guy would get the love from the Jack Harlow fans. He's got to get on an NBA team soon. I definitely think he deserves a chance. And plus, he's only just 24 years of age. Like, he's only just turned 24 a couple months ago. Still a lot of time to prove himself for really any NBA team in the league right now. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Of course, don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions on the Miami Heat officially signing Mario Chalmers and Kyle Guy to 10-day contracts. Do you guys think that both of these signings were good? Do you think they're looking for a 3-point shooting guard? Definitely let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. And if one guy had to get signed, who's it going to be? Kyle Guy or Mario Chalmers? Let me know down below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, my IRL/long channel. Check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I was saying, leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.